I'm going to keep this short because that game was a waste of my time, just like this. Just threw a water bottle for no reason, but I'm going to just keep this one short. Phillies lose 8-1 to the Atlanta Braves. They got kicked up and down the baseball diamond all night long. Defense was laughable. Pitching sucked. Offense was a joke. Nothing went right that game. Absolutely nothing. The few positives were few and far between. The only big ones I saw were JT Realmuto gunning down Freeman in the first, which gave me some optimism for this game, and Brandon Kitzer pitching well. But Wheeler, I mean, what a difference of starts those were. They weren't good, and it's not the good kind. Going 7 innings, striking out 10, and only giving up 1 hit, no walks. He then just proceeded to malfunction. I'll say this. The umpire that night sucked. Not just for Wheeler, but just in general. You know, I get if people have their strike zones pushed to the left, right, up, down, if it's a little bigger, if it's a little smaller. I get that. What the fuck was this dude's diamond? This strike zone. It's not a rectangle. He basically turned the square into a diamond and shoved it up his ass. The strike zone was so unbelievably bad. It's like having that CJ dude, I think that's his name, be the home plate umpire. This dude sucked. And I'm going to make a video either tomorrow or the day after. Talk about the fact that sports umpiring in sports needs more accountability. The amount of times over the last 5 years, it's like over the last few years, because the game's getting faster, you want to put a shift on offense, calls are getting wrong more and more. And baseball is one of these sports that is like that. But you know what? I just suck it up. But it was definitely affecting Wheeler, and you could tell. I saw a few tweets after reading some articles talking about how awful the officiating was in this game. And it sucked. It sucked on both ends. Rhys Hoskins got screwed over. It doesn't matter, though, because the Phillies failed to do anything. You're not winning because you're getting that call back. You're not winning because 1 or 2 strikes that Zach Wheeler throws goes across the plate. You're not. Zach Wheeler did not have a good night. The offense did jack and shit. 8 of Morton's 18 outs came from 3 pitches or less. You're not winning a game if you're playing that bad. You're not. Plain and simple. But the reason I'm not going to spend too much time on this, one, it's one game. It's not the end of the world. It's frustrating. And the one thing I will talk about quickly, Alec Bohm, you played terrible. You played like a bum, personally. And I love you. I think you're a star in the league. But you had a horrible night. Between the fact that I don't think you got a hit, I think you went 0 for 4, and you had 2 errors, back-to-back, mind you, which led to a 3-run shot by, I don't even remember his name, Eddie Adrianza, I think is how you say his name. That's not Brandon Kintzer's fault. He got the desired outcome twice in a row, mind you, and Bohm failed to make either play. First play was just Bohm, just noodle on the damn thing. Hoskins could have caught it, but that throw was so bad. After he made a good play to dive and get it, Bohm's got to get better defensively. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I saw the flashes in the first few games, but those 2 mistakes were massive and it killed them. I could just feel it. Like the second Adrianza hit that home run, the Phillies just looked defeated. It just felt like they didn't want to try after that. Sums up with the fact they got 1 run. And I'm not defending anybody here because the entire lineup basically for the Phillies, take out Brandon Kintzler and JT Realmuto, and everybody play like trash. Everybody play like absolute garbage. But it's one game. And they have another game today in about 4 or 5 hours. It's going to be Zach Eflin against Ian Anderson, the rematch of the last game where the Phillies swept them. And my God, they need to step up tonight. If they win this game, this video doesn't mean anything. It's just a loss. It's a blowout loss. You get frustrated. You vent it out a little bit. They win the next game, and you're all normal again. But if they lose that game, we might need to start talking about how bad the Phillies offense is playing, especially if they can't capitalize on Ian Anderson. They're not doing a good job offensively. I think they're 3 for 20 with their depth bats, which is laughable. When the Braves have as many home runs, let me repeat that, they have as many home runs with their depth bats as the Phillies do hits. That should be a statement to how bad they're playing. The bullpen's not going to carry you all year. The starting pitching isn't going to carry you all year. Offense needed to do something tonight. Oh, it's a tough division. Morton's a good pitcher. Who cares? Guess what? You got to face Morton. You're going to face Soroka at some point when he comes back. Max Fried is still a good pitcher. like 1 every 2 starts. Is a great pitcher 1 every 2 starts. You still have to face Scherzer. You have to face Strasburg. You have to face Corbin. You have to face Stroman. You have to face DeGrom. And at some point, Thor comes back for the Mets. You want to win this division? You need to hit off of the good pitchers. You need to. Or at the very least, drive their pitch count up. You can't let them go through 6 or 7 innings like you constantly do. Like you've done over and over the last few years. That's all I'm going to say for this. I'm going to wrap it up and just keep it short. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you either tonight or tomorrow after the Phillies play. Please win. With that out of the way, I'm going to get out of here. Peace.